Hey guys, this is your girl Shay. You already know I'm coming through with some hot topics, but today is it's more about me. I'm putting it all out there, my emotions, just everything. I'm going through a little thing called healing right now, and the process is it just started literally today, and I gotta say I am not strong. I'm not strong at all today. Right? Normally, I'll be all enthusiastic about doing a podcast or just, you know, having a little bit more to say in a different light. But today, I just feel so drained. I want to say that. I've been talking about my kid's father for the longest time, and if you are listening to my podcast, you know that this mixed emotions in the relationship, right? I just came in just from not dealing with him for a long time, and then I move up here, and then we just kind of jump right into a relationship, and I'm like, I knew I wasn't ready to jump into a relationship, but I kind of felt like I wanted my family back. You know what I mean? I wanted the whole family dynamic that we used to have when we was living in Jersey. But now I'm like, it's a cost with everything. Getting back into the relationship with my kid's father is he ain't alone. He done had two kids outside of our dysfunctional relationship, and she's up here now. Their mom is up here. I used to have a hell of a lot of trouble with this girl. We used to go back and forth over this dude, and he would allow it. He would just let us just fucking argue on social media looking stupid, and the whole time he's fucking both of us. you know she was in Jersey before she actually moved up here with him, and I was living up here in New York, but I was to have my own apartment. Still do to this day, but I was still up here, accessible to him, and it just played a real big role, in our lives. It just made it seem like it was a triangle. You know what I mean? That was the role, a triangle relationship, and I didn't want that. I never want to share my meat with nobody. I don't want to be in no fucking triangle, no polygamy, none of that shit. I don't like sharing dick with no fuck. I don't like sharing food really with nobody. So I don't. When it comes to dating somebody, I'm always having some type of situation where I'm always sharing somebody, and it's not intentional, never intentional. I could give you a story where it almost went to that intentional, but that's a whole nother time. I gotta get into the polygamy podcast, by the way, the polygamy episode. But that's a little time. Today is just about me healing and stuff and trying to get past this, because I don't got back into the relationship where knowing damn well I never really wanted to get into this relationship. And I'm gonna be honest with you, he called it quits. He was like that he just got out of a toxic situation, and he ain't want to rush things or whatever. But that's kind of fucked me up, because hold up, you got out of a toxic relationship. I've been there before, and that was him. He was the toxic person that I had just got out of, and I was free. And this girl I was in school with, she was on some, her sister had just passed from brain cancer, and she wanted to be loved. She wanted someone to just be there and just, but she, in her head, she thought a relationship would, suffice that, it would replace it. And I was too free. I didn't want to be in nobody's relationship at all. But she just kept pushing the issue, kept doing it. And I feel like that's what I was doing. Like I said in the beginning, I really ain't want to be in a relationship. I thought moving up here, I would be good, because I feel like I got a babysitter, low key, and I could travel. But just being around him all over again, I'm like, I want my family back. You know what I mean? I want to fight for my family, and not realizing he literally did just get out of a toxic situation, and that kind of fucked me up, because damn, how many times you gonna keep taking her back? How many times you gonna keep going through some shit like with this girl. Like she's got you almost kicked out of your house like so many times, and like she's doing substance like now. Like I mean, I can go deep with the shit. Like it's so much shit that has happened, and I know I ain't perfect. And I know that in our relationship, I had this some petty shit, out of revenge, reacting because he did some shit and whatever. I'm just doing the tick for tat kind of thing. I'm just one of those petty kind of bitches. Like now, I'm just buck up, get up and leave. But it's like, how could you forgive her and not forgive me? That's my take on it. Like that's how I look at it. And with me being supposed to be a strong black woman who's independent and has businesses and stuff, even despite the struggle that I'm going through, this little mishap, it's still the point of I should know my worth. I thought I knew my worth when I came up here, because getting back with him was never the plan. But I clearly don't know my worth. It's like it all boils down to, as I dread the topic, my father. And a lot of people like look at it like, when I had this conversation with somebody, they're like, "Well, you grown as hell now. Like you can't blame your father." It's not. It ain't like that, because he's dead right now. You know what I mean? Like he died 2006, and I was very nonchalant about that. Like when he passed away, just before he passed away, he had 2 months to live. He died from leukemia, cancer, and at the time I didn't really care that he was dying. I was so pissed off with him because, like, I can go deep into this story, but it's gonna take me a good hour to get into it. But I'm gonna give you the short version. Okay, throughout my life, I really didn't have him in and out, in my life like that, and when I did happen to, find out who he was so close. He was right around the corner from my house at a fucking social clubhouse that they built. He had all these cars and fucking a big ass truck. What the fuck else? RV. Like he had everything, money. Like if you get what I'm saying. And I grew up so fucking poor. Like I was really poor. Like I had, I'm about to get emotional, but I had like cat feces and shit, dog shit and piss and shit, because we was that poor. Like we couldn't even afford to wash our clothes. Like my mother would wash my clothes by hand or whatever, but like I had a real bad problem with urinating on myself and stuff. Like, and she used to just wash my clothes by hand at night, and so we didn't have any soap to buy anything. And I'm telling you, when I say poor, we was fucking poor. My stepfather, who I love still, he was badly on drugs, and like we couldn't really keep shit either when he was dead. He lived with us, bad on drugs, so he spent a lot of the money. He sold a lot of my shit, to get that high. So I was always poor. Like they had letters coming to the house saying I had a bad odor. I was missing days to school. I was eating out of fucking, not literally like I dumped in a dumpster, but like this lady, her name was China, had all these damn dogs and shit. She was living on the same block as the school. She used to go in the dumpster and just get the school lunches, and the lunches, they were still sealed. They not as like how it is today, all open, but it was in packages. And so I used to have to eat that for dinner at night. You know what I mean? Like just eating that same shit that I had already ate that day, and having to eat that for days because food stamps was paper food stamps back then, and she used to get stolen off our porch sometimes. Like, or he'll take the food stamps to sell it. Act like it ain't never come in the mail. Like it was stuff like that used to just like. It didn't irritate me then, but it irritates me now because of my situation. So it's so much more to it. Like I witnessed drug activities, like literally with the needle going to the arm, all his fucking friends coming in, getting high all fucking night. My stepsister, his daughter, she was a prostitute. She took my room anytime she needed to come in to, blow her fucking John and stuff. I went through mad shit, when I was a kid. So to see him in person for the first time, it blew my mind, because it just so happened my mom's, I think she did it on purpose. When she walked me and my stepfather around the corner to, go to the store or whatever, we bumped into him. And she was like, "This your father?" And it shocked me, like, wait, I know my stepfather wasn't my father, but I didn't know I had a dad. So when I finally seen him, I said, "Hi," like, all shy and stuff. So I'm looking at him, and then I'm looking at my stepfather, and I'm like, "It's my stepfather." So do I call him daddy now? And my father, my real father, was like, "No, you can continue calling him daddy," like, stuff like that. And like I said, at the time, it didn't bother me. It bothers me now. So I want to say, like, after my stepfather had passed away, which was heartbreaking because I lost people since I was 5 years old, since 93. Okay, I just was losing people left and right in my family. My grandmother went first, then my grandfather, then my cousin Corey, then my stepfather, then my cousin Lisa, and then it's a host of friends in high school, and then on the streets. It's like, just, you know what I mean? Then my father, then my mom's, and then I just lost so many people that I got close to. And it's so sad because I almost don't want no fucking friends and family now, like, besides going back to my kid's father, but that's a whole nother story. But, like, I don't want to get close to anybody just because I'm afraid that they're gonna leave me. Like, they're either gonna go to jail for life, or they're gonna fucking die from some type of disease or some shit. I got a bad attachment problem. But going back to the story with my father, though, because I'm trying my hardest not to get emotional. But getting back to my father, when my stepfather had passed from basically bad drugs, and he had full-blown AIDS. I don't know how my mom dodged the bullet with that shit. She was not, thankfully, God had her back, because he was messing with him for like 10 years, 10 or 14 years, I don't know. And she then wasn't detected that she had it. I mean, I witnessed her taking the whole HIV test, and it was negative, so it was weird, But when he died from the bad drugs and the full-blown AIDS and tuberculosis, like a whole combination, he just was fucked up. That took a toll because it was quiet in the house. Things changed, and I started becoming rebellious. My stepfather was the only person that I honestly whooped my ass. My mother would whoop my ass for shit. My stepfather would. And I just became a little problem, not a too much of a bad problem, but I became a little problem in the house. And being that I'm the only sibling in the house the mother had, I stopped giving a fuck about things. I ain't really want to go to school. I mean, it was just a big deal, yo. It was a big deal. We had to move out of my grandfather's house because my aunt couldn't pay it no more for whatever reason, and the bank took the house, so we had to move somewhere else real fast. I asked my mother if I could just go to my father's house, just one time, not knowing that he had other people, he had other plans, he had a whole situation, man. Listen, when I'm telling you my story, I'm so sincere with this shit. Like, my life, I felt like it was normal. You feel me? Like, because I'm witnessing all my close friends on the block that I grew up around. They was going through shit too. Diapers was coming in and out of their house. Everybody was on fucking drugs. All these fucking moms, aunties, everybody playing cards, getting high. I just, all I was around was people just getting high. So I thought it was normal where I came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, where I grew up with my moms. So my mother finally called my father. I guess I was like being too much. And he came and got me. And I swear to God, I thought it was just me and him. When I was going to see his mother, his family. I get there, and he in his 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? But I have siblings. But they're not my biological siblings. These are a set of twins, my stepsister, well, my stepsister, stepbrother, they the twins, and their older sister. I rocks with my older step sibling. You know, I can call her anytime or whatever. We just been honestly, we had a what you call it. We broke the silence last year, and we used to talk damn near every day. You know, she's been helping me mentally, you know, financially as much as she could until she just got tired. Like, girl, you need to heal. You need to just get your shit together and then come back. She's the one who got me in the Primerica life insurance agency. So like I got my license because of her. Like she helped me, you know, build what you call it? Like build a financial budget and shit, you know, to follow so that way I can get back on track and stuff. She's one of those like she care about you like that. But if you don't fucking listen, she ain't gonna keep fucking pounding in your head. You know, she gonna fall back and let you get it. So I get that. But anyway, back to the story. Like I goes in there and you know, they all there or whatever. And then my stepmother, which is their mom, she's coming out the bedroom. She's looking at me. I don't remember if she smiled at me or not. You know, I think she had an attitude that day because I heard them having a discussion about it. Mind you, I wasn't really all top-notch clean, you know, but I didn't smell that day. You know, I guess my mother made sure that. And I get this, it's a big ass dog. Like it was a huge big dog. It was so pretty. It had like all these little, I think they call her a Sheba. She was like a German Shepherd, not a German Shepherd. She was something. I don't forgot what it was. But then she like the damn House on the Prairie. What is it? The damn dog, Lassie? Not Lassie. Hell no. The House on the Prairie dog. She was so pretty, or whatever. But my thing is, everybody had pajamas on, they had fresh pajamas on, they looked clean, the house was clean, everything was nice, like, and I'm like, I felt like honestly I felt like I was in a fucking other world. Like, what the fuck, they got jewelry and all this, like, and not that I'm hating right now, but back then I felt some type of way, like, what the fuck is this, like, first of all, I thought it was just me and you, Dad. Like, what the fuck? You ain't been in my life like that in how long? And you was literally right around the corner at a fucking... I don't get it. I'm going through all this struggling shit, and like you are here living your best fucking life with a whole nother family. Like, and these kids, they my age, the twins. Like, are you kidding me? And so, I mean, time moved on. I got used to them or whatever. We got used to each other and stuff. We called each other sisters and stuff, sister, brother, whatever, you know. I mean, it took me and the oldest, I think, some time to adjust because, you know, the Marys, they don't like nothing new. You know, it took a little minute. You know, we wasn't at the same age. She's like freaking 6-7 years older than me, so we definitely wasn't on the same page. It was just a lot. I seen all the love that was there and stuff. When I stayed there, it was time for us to move. Here's the kicker, though. It was time for us to move. Mind you, they got 2 cars, and to a bigger house, moving to a bigger house. They had 2 cars, right? They both working. You know, they had to get the U-Haul and stuff. We go see the new house, but as soon as I get there, I'm the one that had to go back home. Like, I understand it. What the fuck you mean? It just didn't make sense to me. Why the hell I gotta go back home to my mother, to that's the dungeon? Like I thought we was a family. I thought we was building. Like I had forgot all about my mom. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like I just forgot about the whole situation. Like I didn't want to deal with that no more. I got used to everybody. Like, you gonna strip it away from me? Like, I don't understand. I could have gotten one of y'all cars or whatever. Like, I didn't understand it. Why did I have to go home? And then going back home, I went right back to the same shit, and I stopped going to school. You know, like she forced me to go to school. I was just doing what the fuck ever, and I find myself wandering off in the street and stuff because I felt abandoned. Like, you know, like, why the fuck I'm here again? So it was from there. Like, it should have been from the day I met him, but it was from there that I resented my father a little bit. You know, like, then we pick a whole family that's not even biologically yours over your own flesh and blood. And why? Like, why am I back here? That just don't make sense. It was so much other shit that was going on. But I wound up going back to my father's or whatever. Then I went to go see my biological sisters in fucking New York. I'm like, it gets worse, huh? Like, they older than me. They like, at that time, I think they was in their 30s. And I was still like 12, I think. They old now. Like 50, 60 now. I don't talk to them. We don't have a good relationship. That's a whole nother topic because they try to sue my mother over my father's life insurance that my mom paid for it. Like, she didn't even get the fucking life insurance because he had cancer prior to the application. So she had to go and sue them just to try to get her premiums back, which she only got like fucking 1,000 and some change and had to pay a third of that to the lawyer. That's crazy. And she was using her Social Security money just to pay the lawyer before we even went to court. And prior to that, these motherfuckers got them a lawyer and tried to sue my moms for something they felt they was entitled to. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, you're kidding me. Even if the life insurance policy went through, I'm the beneficiary. Like, are you serious? It goes to me. It don't go to y'all. Like, they took everything when he died. He came up here, came to Jersey and just took everything. My brother took all his money because they got the same name out the bank. They took the TVs, the fucking Harley Davidson. They took everything, his car. They took everything and left me with nothing. Not even his fucking urn. Like, he didn't have no proper burial, nothing. Like, they just did him dirty. They just came and just boop, boop. Alright. Oh, you got life insurance policy? Let me try to get that too. Like, the fuck? So we don't have a relationship, at the moment. And I have like over like 20 something fucking nieces and nephews. Like, all start with J. It's weird. But hey, I got one connection with my niece. We talk here and there, but other than that, it's a lot of them motherfuckers, But one day we might get there. I don't know. But back to the story where, like, my father, they get to the new house or whatever. I get there. It's just everything fresh, brand new everything. He got brand new TV, brand new carpet, brand new this. I gotta share a room with my stepsister, the little one. The little one, the one that's the same age as me, the twin. And that was not welcoming. She had this big old box of fucking Barbies. I ain't never have a Barbie in my life. Like, I used to have all my cousins hand me down shit. So it's like, when I say my life was like secondhand, yo, I really thought my shit was normal. So you get the picture of the two different worlds. He worked a lot. He definitely worked as a truck driver. So when I was left alone with them all, it was not welcoming at all because I had a more closer connection with the boy, my brother, than I had with the girl, my sister. I keep saying girl, boy, because she could probably listen to this and feel some type of way about it, but it's not her story. This is my story, and this is how I felt. She used to just always go to her mom's, like, and be spoiled and, babied and stuff, telling on me and our brother all the time. And that shit used to throw me off. Like, I'm supposed to be your sister. Like, we supposed to be riding, with each other, playing Barbies, really, or going outside, playing with rocks. I don't fucking know. Like, learning how to braid hair together, learning about pads, all kinds of stuff together. You just... like, you was distance, I tried. So I just didn't feel welcome. And the stepmoms, it was definitely not welcoming either with her either. This is a lot that it took us a minute to get where we at right now, but I still don't call, text, or nothing, Here and now I might like something on her page, but it's just that we don't have that connection. And the reason why me and my oldest, step sibling have a connection is because she had left for a period of time, so we didn't even bond back then, or not bond back then. You know what I mean? We don't know how it would have turned out if she was there the whole time. So when she left, it was just me and the twins or whatever. So being that I had to share something with them, I felt it like alone. Like I felt it abandoned. It was weird. Let me just say, I got like 5 minutes left on this. I brought up my father and my childhood situation is because he's like the root of everything. And a lot of people look at it as an adult, like you're not supposed to, think about your past or you're grown now and this and that. It's just that I never really cope with it. I always used to just throw it underneath the rug and just shrug my shoulder type shit. Like I didn't care. That's why when he died, I didn't care, because literally 14 years you've been with these family, and then when they fucking leave your ass dry, took every fucking thing, left you dry, bills stacked up, you was in the dark, had to use a generator to use, for the heat and the electricity and shit. But the rent was well overdue. Like you was behind like a motherfucker. Like she had to sell a fucking house. Like it was a lot going on for you to go through all of that. And when I come around, when I'm like 15, you allow me to drink. What type of shit is that, yo? You allow me to drink. They used to have EJ sitting there on the thing. I gotta do a part 3 on this, but he had allowed me to drink when he was at work or whatever, because he said he can't do nothing about it because he's at work all day, and I had to live with him when my mom went through a mental breakdown and had to be in the hospital for 3 months. She was in the psych ward for 3 months or whatever, and I had to stay with him for that 3 months time. And then when she came home, we ain't had nowhere to stay, so she stayed another 3 months with him, stacking her money up so she could move or whatever. That was the most horrible fantasy you can ever have. Like your parents back in the same home together, but things ain't normal. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. I'm not even in school. Like, and you're allowing it. Like, it was just a lot. So it was like I never felt it wanted by my father. If you get what I'm saying. Like, when I get in trouble, I'm. It's like because of where I came from, it's expected. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fuck up. Like, you never wanted me. What the fuck? Like, I'm the cutest light-skinned girl ever, but like, how the fuck you don't want me? You throw me away. How you do that to me? So as I get into these relationships, I'm looking for. I never knew that I was looking for my fucking father. I never even knew that I had daddy fucking issues until I seen a show, and it was almost a similar shit. And she was looking for her father and all these dudes, and I'm like doing the same shit. I'm in all these fucking relationships and shit, turn that to be situationships. Niggas always get with me and always fucking somebody else, and I always be wondering, like, why the fuck am I not good enough? You know what I mean? Like, why am I not good enough? It bothers me because I was never wanted by my father. So how you expect me to feel when I'm in a relationship? When I'm in a relationship with somebody and they never tell me they love me. They don't hug me. They don't show me no affection. They ain't tag me on Facebook. That's the main thing I be doing on Facebook, because Facebook tends to be like, the attention seeking. It's public. Everybody knows about you type shit. I just want it to be broadcast. I want to feel secure. I want to feel love. I want to feel honored, appreciated. I want to feel loyalty. Like all of that shit come in play. So because of my father and that situation, I hate niggas. Like I hate me. So today, for healing, the first word is hatred. Okay, because I hate the way I am. I hate the way how vulnerable I am. It's really sickening that I have to rely on other people's love just to feel like something. And then I feel like it's not enough. And I only have this issue with men. That's really crazy, right? I don't know. Stay tuned for part 3, because right now I'm about to cut this off because I really just got right back into my bag and I need to just, blow my nose. See you later.